It's a little rainy. We're in Richmond, Virginia. Who knows how many people are going to join the stream. I guess, as always, I'll stream for about 10 minutes, see if anybody wants to latch on. And then if nobody latches on, then I'll stop. But figured you could take a look at Richmond. Richmond's a little less interesting. Less down and out, I would say, than the neighborhood in DC that we saw, as well as Baltimore. But it might be fun. It's a rainy day, kind of gucky out. About 50 degrees, give or take. So hey, we got one person watching, better than nothing. I was figuring somebody want to check out the stream. I'll wait about 10 minutes to see if anybody wants to dial in. But we have somebody watching, so hello. Literally one person, thank you for watching. Got the new Bluetooth leash for name. Bluetooth leash, I like that. I don't even know what that is. All right, we got 8 people watching now. Okay, I'm going to guess the people. That's very nice of you. Don't break your back. I don't know how long we'll stream, guys, although the picture's good because it's so rainy. Although it's certainly less pretty out without the sun. Although Richmond is a very beautiful historic city. And it's one of the oldest cities in America as well. So we could take a look at some of the beautiful facades and architecture while we might meet some people as well. Beautiful old brick. Hi, Puppy. Puppy says hi back. CC, what's going on? Good to have you back. I remember you were here yesterday or 2 days ago. I didn't think I did anything yesterday, 2 days ago. Yesterday, just kind of hung out. Ended up going out in Richmond for a little bit. Had a bit to drink, so kind of recovered the next day, just walking around with the dog. But the puppy says hi back. And so right now we're in Richmond. We've been walking already for, I'd say, a good half hour. So we're probably just outside of downtown now at this point. Maybe about half a mile. And we're getting near the VCU neighborhood. So really beautiful. If you can see the colors, I don't know how wet the camera's going to be, but buildings are really pretty here. So we got the dog here. So we're going to try to go downtown, but the dog is going to lead the way. So we'll figure out where he wants to go. And Richmond, we were taking a look at some of the nicer areas. Richmond is a pretty desirable city. It only has about 200,000 people, so it's small compared to Baltimore, which has about 600,000, and DC, which has, I think, about 500,000. But there's still some cool street art. There's still a very heavy black population. So that's the thing. There's a stereotype that if there's a heavy black population somewhere, that automatically means the city's going to be unsafe. Richmond is one of the safest cities and has at least, I think, half the population is black. So it's a heavily black city as well. So these things are not mutually exclusive. You can see downtown in the distance, some new apartment buildings. So there is some gentrification also going on in Richmond. A lot of new apartment buildings, and sadly black residents are also being moved out. So you see a little bit of a mix. You can see the Old Stone is kind of this brand new apartment building, but this one with the classic doors, peeling paint. Beautiful facade though. I think these are kind of the prettier places to live in, honestly. That's a little more down home. And so every block here, this is an interesting city too, because every block is kind of different. You got this random tree stump, trying to catch up with a dog up ahead. You got this random tree stump here. Stuff growing out of the ground. Get good quality if you don't want the hangover. Haha, yes. Amen. It's probably a good idea. I love the brick, me too. Got some people chilling, cool. We got a park up here. Let me defog the camera a little bit. Just give me a quick second. There we go. Beautiful buildings. Where do you want to go? Is the pupster a corgi? I don't know. That's a good question from Janie B. I guess we're going to go up the stairs here. I picked him up off the street. If anybody new is tuning in, I'm sorry for people who have tuned in previously. You've heard the story about a million times, but I found this dog on the street when I was down in Mexico. I was walking around in a city called Ciudad Jimenez, and he was a stray dog. He's much skinnier back then, so he just started following me. So don't know what he is. I think he's half shepherd, and then corgi might be right. Who knows? Because he's like shepherd and something small. So if anybody in the chat has any guesses as to what type of dog he is, let me know. I need to get the test. At some point I'll get the test so I can figure out what he is. But he has a predatory drive. He's good with other dogs. With bigger dogs, he's not. He wants to try to attack them. He's much better at that these days. And he loves chasing cats and deer and anything that moves, birds, which I feel like is a shepherd thing. I got to go, but hugs from Mojave Desert, if that's what you're talking about, out in Utah. I think we'll probably check that out on this trip. So, CC, good to have you. And appreciate it. No worries. So, we're going all the way up these stairs, a little tired out. We're just going to go down this path. And we might be on somebody's private property or private street, but who knows? But I'll let the dog lead the way. Take a moment first to catch my breath and to look at this beautiful mural. Cool. So, every little direction you take. He's waiting for me. This is cool up here. This is Laney Hill Park, guys. If you want a good view of the skyline, you can barely see it because it's so cloudy today. But when it's sunny, this is a good view of the skyline. That's what's kind of fun about following the dog, is you see these hidden gems that you wouldn't know exist by just kind of letting the little guy wander. So he's having a good time. Man, that weather looks crappy. Wesley is crappy today. The dog is very happy because the dog doesn't like the sun. He's always hot. Even though he's from Mexico, he's got such a thick coat of fur that he's always hot. So he hates the sun. So today he's very happy. It's about 50 degrees and slightly drizzly, although not really raining. So he's happy because it's not actually raining, but there's no sun and it's cold. I'm less happy, but 50 isn't too bad, although my hands are a little red. So you can see I'm very white, so my hands turn pink very quickly. So we'll take a look at some of the messages. If you're going to Utah, you gotta say, oh, what's up, Otto? How are you, Otto? Signs on, he's my cousin. I would love to. I think that's the plan. I've been connecting with tonight about that. Otto, where are you these days? I don't even know. My cousin Otto, he lived in France for a while. He's gone all over. He has a cool style. Wears cool turtlenecks. You should shout out your Instagram so I could shout it out. He's very fashionable. Some of you guys have noted my fashion. And I have very old vintage style, kind of runs in the family, so Otto has that too. So we find this is cool. Look at this, historic Chacao Valley. So this is a great view of the skyline, if you guys can see it. This kind of feels like San Francisco right now. It feels like San Francisco fog. Richmond, one of the most historic cities in the nation, founded in 1607. And this is the photo. This is what Richmond looked like back then, if you guys could see it from the same vantage point. And now this is what it looks like now. So you can see a direct comparison, but still a lot of old buildings there. Monumental church is barely visible. We'll take a look at the church and all the buildings over there as well. And right there is downtown, and then on the right is VCU, which has a medical industry. So we'll try to catch up to the dog. There he is. Jenny B says he looks like he has corgi in him. Or maybe Wesley says, another cool shot of the view. Or maybe, as Wesley says, he has a Jack Russell face. He might have some Jack Russell in him. What do you guys think? Hard to say. He just kind of stands there sometimes. It's kind of weird. Are we going to go somewhere? Are we going to do something, or you just want to stand there? Yeah, he kind of does what he wants. And sometimes he'll just stand there for no reason. Come on, you want to walk? I think he wants me to pet him. He's very emotionally needy. Oh, he wants to sit. Well, we'll sit for a second. I guess we'll enjoy the view. He's been walking for about 40 minutes. What do you think of Richmond? Hopefully he'll catch his breath relatively soon. He's enjoying his time. So he's walking for a solid like 40 minutes, give or take. So a good amount of time. So he likes to catch his breath. But he's very happy. The weather is perfect for him. And this dog has been all over the continent. He's been to about 15 states in Mexico. He's been to 30 states in the U.S. and 6 provinces in Canada. So we spent most of our time together. We've been together about 3 years. I picked him up about 3 years ago, give or take. A little more. I think he's licking me now. I'm still in Paris, says my cousin. Very cool. Finishing up undergrad degree. Writing a thesis on U.S. foreign policy. Very cool. That's my cousin doing that. So I'll try. Hey, you want to come? Come. So you can see he's kind of a lazy dog. He just kind of does what he wants. I'm trying to get him to move. Hey, you want to come? There we go. Okay. Take a look at some more areas. This way. So it's cool, cute little hidden park. Jenny B says, thank you for rescuing him. You're welcome. Thank you for saying that. He made it easy. So this is really, even if I point the camera down, it's really pretty because this is one of the few cities where they still have the original brick sidewalks. And these bricks are probably, that we're walking on right now, are probably from the 1600s. So that's why I like Richmond. It's one of the most historic cities in the country. And one of the oldest, I think in the top 10 oldest cities in the country. And that's kind of unique to the east. Once you get out west, everything is kind of brand new. Architecture is not as pretty, but this certainly is. Is he a stray dog? He used to be a stray dog, but he's my dog now. I picked him up off the street when I was down in Mexico. Guys, I'm going to dry the camera real quick. There we go. It's drizzling out, so you really see it. Hey. Okay, that's a little better. Tell me if that's... Oh, look at all this old church. So yeah, every little direction. Take a look at some of the carvings here. And it's very early spring, so you see some stuff in bloom. Thank you, Otto. Loving the shoes. Got to get back to work. Sending love to you too, sir. And I'll try to make it to Europe someday. That would be fun. Thank you for watching. Miss you. So yeah, beautiful old church here. Houses across the street are pretty too. Was he a sausage when you found him? Says Razor's Edge Art. No, he was much skinnier. I fattened up. He's got to lose some weight. That's one of the reasons we're doing this live. That's to give me an incentive to really walk him at least for like a solid hour. Yesterday, or a few days ago, we were out for about 3 hours. So try to get these intense walks. I've certainly overfed him. He had cancer shortly after I picked him up off the street. And so he had to get chemo, and so he couldn't really eat. And the whole time he had cancer, it was hard for him to eat. So I guess it just spoiled him and felt bad, and was so happy he could kind of digest food and it wouldn't hurt because he had a nose tumor. So it's like it would hurt his throat to eat food. This is cool. Richmond's kind of on a slope. So yeah, I kind of give him whatever he wants, but now I think I've given him too much. Take a look at some of these buildings over here, some of these houses. So yeah, everything's super old. It's like these are the houses like George Washington used to live in. Cool. So they say Richmond's one of the most haunted cities apparently, which especially with this weather, it kind of looks like it is. But yeah, all these are really pretty. Some people hanging the wall. Got a high school. I'm gonna try to clear the camera, guys, so you can see some of these houses that are cool. Cool. Beautiful, and you can see that kind of reminds you of New Orleans in some of the columns. It's this beautiful kind of French style. See, every house is kind of pretty. I wish you could see it better. Charity Hall says Richmond is a historically beautiful city VA is rich in history, and I love my home state. Thanks for sharing historic issues, Richmond. Thank you. And thank you for your little bit of information, too. Yes, it's one of the most historic, probably the most historic state in the U.S. So I always love, this is my 4th time in Richmond, so I've been around. This is my dog's 1st time in Richmond, though. So he's enjoying it, and always a city I love. But I'm glad there's a lot of reasons to have pride for the city. Beautiful. Look at some of these buildings. Got the dog over, the dog's all the way over here, if you can even see him. I think he saw a squirrel. I think there's about to be a showdown. Did you try doggy CBD? Somebody says, no, my dog just got chemo. But that was pretty effective. So yeah, there's a squirrel here if you could see it. It's about to get hardcore, unless the squirrel got too much distance. But yeah, he loves chasing squirrels. There you go, he's off like a rocket. Oh man, it sucks just drizzling like this. So maybe it adds to the atmosphere. So yeah, he saw a squirrel, he's trying to beef, but he realizes the squirrel is now out of his reach. So there's no point in continuing the hunt as much as he enjoyed it. We'll find him, don't worry. Now he's going to side street because he thinks there'll be more squirrels. But really everywhere you turn is beautiful here. I'm gonna yet again clean the camera, dry the camera. See if that's a little better. Not much. He saw another, oh, he saw something. What do you see? Oh, there it is. Little squirrel. You got one. This is what the dog likes to do all day, just chase squirrels. Somebody's random backyard. Beautiful, Mark. As Mark says, beautiful. Never been past Indiana. I've been all around Indiana. Pretty state. Indiana is where it starts to get pretty, where they have pretty architecture. The towns and the cities are a little bit older, so they have houses that look like this. But in the West, you don't really ever get to see any of that. And Richmond, cities in the East are much more walkable, in my opinion, than cities out West. They're less carved out by highways because they're older. So they weren't, when the houses were built, highways and that type of transportation wasn't a popular mode. It was all horse-drawn buggy, and everybody had to walk everywhere or take a horse everywhere. And because of that, everything's walkable. The streets are beautiful, there's sidewalks, they're not cars whizzing by every single moment. And I love the West too, the West, that nature is second to none in a lot of ways. But if you want to enjoy and walk around in the city, I think the East, and really up the coast, gets ugly in Florida, but I'd say from Jacksonville on up, from Jacksonville up to Quebec, it's really beautiful and historic and walkable. And you can kind of just spend a whole day just getting lost in all these pretty buildings. Yeah, a lot of them. Some of them built up, some of them not. These are beautiful. What a picturesque street. Lidsta, how are you? Thank you for signing in. Lidsta's been an avid follower. I appreciate it. You said you have family in Capitol Hill. Yes, in Seattle. I've been to Seattle many times, probably 3 times, give or take. So I'll look you up when I get there. I'm broke as hell, so I need to stay there. And my uncle has that place in Capitol Hill is like an empty place, and he's out in Kirkland, Washington, not too far away. So he kind of has this empty place hanging out, which is a great place. So we'll probably go up there because I'll be covering a lot of the Scientology stuff in LA. So if there's like a week break or something, I'll probably get up there and just stop there for a second or whatever. Oh, it's a hell of a long time to get up there. Beautiful houses here. Sorry guys, light a cigarette. Yeah, look, beautiful gas lamps. I think these are probably reproductions, but every little detail in this neighborhood, I think, is really pretty. More houses. Oh, now I really got to clean the camera. Okay, it should be better. A little better. I'm going to get me a napkin somewhere at some point. Yeah, I love all these old apartment buildings, these little apartments. These are probably all oh no, these are probably still houses, middle class houses. This is my guess. It's interesting that a lot of these old historic Victorian era homes, some of them are, if you're wealthy, are for one family, but a lot of them have been converted into apartments. But it's a good way to kind of keep their use. But this building even has a little plaque, probably in the Register of Historic Places. 1822, this place is. Remained in the family for 3 generations. Cool. So all of these houses, 1895. It's cool. You can kind of read about them. 2-story row house. So these are called row houses, built in 1895. Pretty cool. And the house features a molded and patterned brick, along with a comical roof, whatever that means, over a protruding bay that runs from the basement to the roof. Cool. Little message, be kind. But everywhere is pretty. Nice green building. I like that too. I like the evergreen growing up on here. Pardon me. Oof. Cat nap says hi. Just woke up from their cat nap, most likely. Just glad they don't see my dog, because he will start shit. Welcome, cat nap. Thank you for joining in. We're just walking around Richmond, Virginia. Less exciting, I would say, than the stream 2 days ago, or 3 days ago as well, because there is a much more interactive, dangerous neighborhood here. Here the weather's bad too. Nobody's really out on the street, but the architecture's pretty, so I figured we'll chat and walk and take a look at what the history of these cities are all about, and follow my dog around and see where he wants to go. But thank you for joining in. Got a little tailoring shop. Black Lives Matter, so yeah, progressive bent here, obviously, no surprise. Most cities in the South are pretty, actually, politically liberal. I'd say most of them. They have Democratic mayors, so that, the assumption is in the South, everybody's super conservative. But all of the cities are, all Democrats. And he's chasing the squirrel. Oh, it's not even ending. All right, let's see if he got any distance. I think the squirrel ran away. Wales is worse than that. I've never been to Wales. Like to. I wonder, the Welsh Corgi, do you see them everywhere in Wales? If you're walking around Wales, do you just see Welsh Corgis everywhere? Do they run the government? Is there a Welsh Corgi prime minister? That would be cool. What if, like, a Corgi ran for president in Wales? He's a Welsh Corgi, and he said, well, I am the most nativist of Wales. I am a Welsh Corgi. And there have been too many immigrants coming into our community, and we need somebody who has pure Welsh blood. What's purer than a Welsh Corgi? So that's cool you're watching from Wales. Welcome. Wales is worse than that. No. He says no Corgi prime minister, not yet. Well, same prime minister as Great Britain, obviously, is the UK. So I'm stupid. Oh, JD says not many Corgis. The king has cancer, I've heard him. I thought he died. Oh, right. Philip did. I get my kings confused, because I broke free from them. So I don't really care. No, I'm kidding. God save the queen. Well, he couldn't. Whoops. God save the king. Doesn't have a good track record. Sorry. I always wondered if, like, the queen's corgis will someday assume the throne, because the royal family, with all the Epstein stuff, is like, well, first Prince Harry bailed and said, screw it, I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to grift off Spotify and vibe out and make money in LA. And then, well, Prince Andrew had a little too much fun at the Pizza Express. And I think that the corgis will assume the throne of Great Britain after King Charles dies. That's at least what I hope. I'm sorry, Moyo. Get your dog out of people's property. Oh, that was rude. I will trespass. I'm entitled. I'm an American. So thank you for telling me to get my dog out of the property. Karen, But thank you for watching, regardless, and I understand your concern, and you're just trying to safeguard other white people, because that's what white people do. Wales got a first minister. I didn't know that. Okay, so Wales has their own representative in addition to the UK Prime Minister. I did not know that. Do you elect them? Or is it elected by Parliament? Can I get a shout out from England? What? In Wales, you can't get away from the rain. That's true. SCFC, Jack. Hey. You could get a shout out. Thank you for your shout out. Moya says WTF. I know. That's what I say to myself every day. We're gonna cross the street. This person is not happy. My dog is off a leash. There's some Karens here. She's staring me down. Yeah, Richmond is all right. People are a little friendlier in Baltimore. I gotta say, man, like traveling around, black people are generally friendlier than white people. Just a thing I've noticed. I don't know if it's unilaterally true or whatever. Rushni Sunak, of course, is a prime minister who lost to Liz Truss last time around. Theresa May is my prime minister. Hashtag still my prime minister. They stole it from her. That's what I think about that. Have you ever been to Egypt? No. I'd like to go. I've been to Europe a little bit. I've been to England. I went to London once. I'd like to go. I'd like to go more to England. I'd like to see Manchester and Liverpool and Leeds and see the coast. There's a lot. England's so small, but yeah, you can see kind of everything. Dover, White Cliffs of Dover, I suppose. That's famous. I have some distance. I think like my great grandfather is from England. The Queen didn't want any more corgis as she got older. When she didn't want to leave them behind when she died. That's true, but they're still around though, aren't they? Are they all dead? Maybe they're all dead. Maybe you're right. I mean, that's, that people say that she cannibalized children in Canada. The same thing happens to the corgis. Entirely possible. He's an Indian. Richmond Sunak wasn't voted in. No, I know. Well, he was voted in the Conservative Party election, which is sort of a primary, right? I think there's 30,000 people who voted for his leadership, and then, but you're right, because he's never run against anybody, right? Because he never ran against anybody in labor. So I think you're right, because it was, like, who won I can't even remember who won the last election. Was it Liz Truss, actually, or Theresa May? Because they haven't actually had a real election. Yeah, that's a good point. And I know Jeremy Corbyn isn't in there. Liverpool is a beautiful city, says Janie. It looks like, I heard it is, yeah. The Canadian farmers have joined the protest. That's a new one. You should explain that to me, Wesley. She had 2 dogs she passed, and they were her son. Aw. Mr. Dingle says hello. We say hello back. Boris Johnson, right, of course, duh. Right, God. Right, so they actually voted for Boris Johnson, and he was after Theresa May. And then it was Liz Truss, and then Richmond Sunak, neither of which anybody has actually voted for in an election. That's interesting. I went to Egypt and saw a mummy. That's very cool. I'm glad you saw your mom. I'd like to go. Are they cool looking? Just showing up. Where are we going today? How's it going? Freenex. Good to see you, a loyal supporter. We're just walking around Richmond today. This is less of although we have 50 people watching, this is less of a fun live stream than Baltimore, because Baltimore was really a dangerous neck of the woods. Richmond is definitely more low-key, but it's architecturally very pretty. So, with me, you'll kind of see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we're seeing more of the good today. And nobody's really out on the street this time around, because it's about 50 degrees, so it's on the colder side today. And it's also drizzly. Although it's not raining anymore, so I don't think the camera's going to get messed up, which is nice. We'll have an election this year, probably. Yes, right? And I know they chose a nominee. She's a blonde woman, heavy-set blonde woman. I don't know much about, she's an MP, well, obviously. Did she win the election? Is she the nominee? I can't remember. I try to pay attention to Brit politics if I can. I know more about the U.S. and then Canada and Mexico I know a lot more about. But where have you been? In Europe, I've been around Italy, Venice, Milan, Rome. Been to France, Lyon, Paris, Nice, Germany. Never been to Asia. I'd love to go to Asia. Never been in the Middle East. Never been a lot of places overseas, really. I think that was it. But in North America, I've been everywhere in North America. In North America, I've been to 27 states in Mexico. I've been to 48 states in the U.S., and I've been to 6 provinces in Canada. In each place, I spent a minimum of 4 days. So I've really seen each place I've gone to. So I've seen about 80% of the continent at this point. I've seen every major city, every city of over 200,000 people. And I include Mexico in North America. Some people say Mexico is not North America. Mexico is North America. And I would even say culturally, Mexico is more North America than it is Latin America. It's more of a mix of both in terms of development, in terms of their culture, in terms of their tastes, how modern their lifestyle is, development, all that stuff is actually way more akin to the U.S. than you would think. Virginia girl here, very cool. Virginia Possum, like George Jones, Possum. Where in Virginia are you? Says Virginia Possum. I really want to go to Paris. Paris is cool. I don't like Europe as much because it's not friendly. Like, I travel alone, and if I want to make friends, it's really easy to do in the U.S. and very easy, even easier in Mexico. Of course, there. I don't know if you guys have seen me yet today. Hello, hello, hello. But in Mexico, me being so gringo, it's easy to make friends. Cool blue building. So yeah, now the camera's much better. I'm from Virginia too. We got a lot of Virginia people. Where are you from? Hello, Lily89. I was born in 90. We're not far from each other. Relatable. Never been to America. America's cool. America's a great country. Has its issues, but I still love it. I'm a patriot in a way. Southwest Virginia, minutes from Kentucky. Ooh, Tennessee and Kentucky. I want to say Staunton. You're not Staunton. Staunton would be too east. Southwest Bluefield. Are you near Bluefield? Would be my guess. Around there. I'm going to say Bluefield. I know that's on the border, Southern Virginia, Western. I've been all around. Northern Virginia says hello, Lil. So DMV or DMVA or Department of Motor Vehicles, Maryland, Virginia, something, Arlington. I don't know. About 40, yes. Are you Chevy Chase? Isn't that weird? In Chevy Chase, they actually named a city after Chevy Chase. That's not true. Bristol. And if I was going to say Bristol, I've been to Bristol. Bristol, home of the birthplace of country music. Great museum. I'm a huge Jimmy Rogers fan and love the Carter family. And Bristol is on the state line of Virginia and Tennessee. Half of Main Street is in Virginia, and half of Main Street is in Tennessee. And Holston, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, Holston Lake was beautiful. Something Lake, Holston. I remember, man, I got there without a car. I was that committed to going to Bristol because I'm such a huge country music fan. And this is before I had a car. I took a Greyhound out there that was 2 hours delayed. It was horrible. I sat next to an Amish person. Tried to get her number, but she didn't have a phone. But yeah, and then I remember I took an Uber all the way out to the lake, which is beautiful. But it was still a very cool experience. Yes, Bristol's awesome. I maybe we'll go back on this trip if we have enough time. I loved Bristol. And yeah, it's honestly in my top 10 like small city places. It's a city. I would say it's a city because I think it has 30,000 people. But I'd say my top 10 small city. From Richmond too, watch your back walking down the alleys. Thank you, Jiggly Spoof, who must be spoofing Jigglypuff. Yes, says hello, Lily, 89. Department of Motor Vehicles. What's the best place you traveled to? Richmond is up there, honestly. Best place. I really liked Guanajuato, Mexico. That was really pretty. I really liked Culiacan. That was a fun environment in Sinaloa. Jacksonville, actually, I think is a really cool city. That's one of my favorites. You have historic buildings and you have beaches as well. I really liked Chattanooga, Tennessee as well. So a few different places. So yeah, here you can see some of the brick This is like the most historic. Look at this beautiful building. Dog's doing his thing. He's happy there's a little more grass over here. Gonna check my battery, guys. 52, we're all right. Waiting for the dog. I think we just accidentally zoomed in, but I think that works to get the color better on a lot of these buildings. And it's pornographic. From Richmond too. The Gulf Coast of Florida is amazing. Beautiful homes you are walking past. Yeah, all of them. All of them. Sometimes it's a bummer to have a dog because he just keeps wanting to walk and walk. I like to kind of stop and soak him in, but that's all right. Yeah, all of them are beautiful. And all of these homes are built 1880, 1890, 1900. Beautiful homes, brick streets. This one's newer. This is like but it fits with the character. But this you can see is a plasticky kind of newer one. Coming up on a pride flag, trans flag that might offend some people. Ear muffs, eye muffs, if you're anti-trans. We are coming up on a pride flag. Alert, alert, we are coming up on a trans flag. Avert your eyes if you are anti-trans. They will burn. But first we have the squirrel. Oh, hey, not in the car, not in the car. That's not cool. You could chase the squirrel. Yeah, okay, there you go. Do it like that. Saw the squirrel. I'm offended. Thank you for it. I didn't think you would be. What? I appreciate it. Light your cigarette, guys. Okay. Gave up on the squirrel. But yeah, look at some of these buildings up ahead. That's that pride, the trans flag I was talking. Well, first look at this. Cool. I just love the colors here, man. Like, there are a lot of beautiful old homes, but most of them aren't these bright colors. Wouldn't you love to, like, just kind of chief some keef on this rocket chair? Looking at this, just chief and keef, I would like to do that. That'd be a nice life. And there's a little transgender flag, beautiful house, pink, kind of matches. I like that. Some might be offended, and that's all right. We're walking down some street. We're walking towards downtown is what we're doing. Thank God, because that is where I am staying, where the car is parked. Although we're leaving today, we're going to go to Lynchburg. What a name, Lynchburg tonight. So we'll probably check out Lynchburg tomorrow. It's the home of Liberty. Oh, there's a cat. Blowing smoke as we walk, yeah. What is the same thing with your mom and the ATM part work, or is it a good idea if you want to go to the gym or do? I don't know what you're talking about, but thank you for commenting. This one has, yeah, I'm not going to let him. Oh, this cat is staring him down. Hey. You're not going to get him, man. He's under the cart. Dude, you're too stupid, you're too fat, you're not going to get that cat. So as you can see, that cat ducked into safety. I feel bad because you keep the cat on. He's not going to hurt him or anything. We keep the cat under there, and he'll be doing this for 20 minutes. Dude, you're not going to get it. Come on. Well, look at some buildings. I'm not even going to try to follow around the dog at this point. And there's nothing, like, if I just leave him, he'll be at the same spot. I can, sometimes, like, I would have a house on a street. I was in Midland, Texas. And we had a house that was on a residential street like this. If there was a cat, like 3 blocks away, I knew he was just going to stare under this car like he's doing right now. And he's going to stare under this car for 45 minutes. And I would just walk home, leave the door open, and literally 45 minutes later, he'd step inside. I'm like, all right, you done? You never got it. Congratulations, you're done. So yeah, he thinks he has some better chance of getting them, but he doesn't. I seen that show, Dodge. That damn bro, you funny. Thank you. What show was I just talking? I don't even remember what I was talking about. This is why you shouldn't smoke cannabis. I don't remember talking about a show, but thank you, Wesley. Take a look at some of the buildings here. You ready? Alright, he's fine. Come on. Hey. See, you're in trouble. Sometimes that works. Somebody stops and yells at me, then he'll stop. Because he thinks he can get away with anything when he's with me, but then if somebody else gets mad, then he'll stop. Hey, come on. There are some bummer parts about having a dog. Is this. Come on. I don't know how stupid you get. You sound like Walter White. That's a first. I've never heard that. Thank you. I think. I actually haven't really gotten into Breaking Bad. But a lot of people like it. So, I think I sound more like the meth heads, but who knows? Sound like everybody. Was your show? Oh, Dodge This. Yes, thank you. Thank you for checking that out, Wesley. I'm glad you enjoyed that. So I worked for a YouTube that had about 5 million subscribers called Valuetainment. And there was this dude named Patrick Bet David. It's in like the right-wing sphere. It's a little too right for me. And what was I even talking about? Oh, yeah, and then I had a show called Dodge This because I used to be a news anchor. And so I had a little segment where I'd kind of make fun of the news. It's kind of like the Daily Show style, but a little raunchier, a little more inappropriate. Say my name. Say my name. Say my name. Angelica Holloway. How are you, Angelica? Thank you for checking in, saying hello. Bro, scared of you. Let him/her out. I don't know who's scared of me, but I wish people were more scared of me. That'd be cooler. I'd have a better dating life if they were. Say my name too. Oh, that's going to be a tough one. Justin John Kaizik. Justina John Kaizik. Justina Junkzik. Justina Junkstick. That dog is scared of me? I don't think he is. Well, I don't know if you know, but he's actually my dog. And he saw a cat go under the car, and now he's not leaving because he wants to chase the cat. Are you hunting that dog? I'm trying to kill that dog and eat it. It's not my dog. I've never seen him in my life. No, he's my dog. I picked him up off the street. His name is Name. You could Google me, Dodge Landesman, DODGELANDESMAN. If you want to confirm that he is my dog, you can look at Instagram, but he is my dog. He's not. He's ignoring me right now. Watch if I try to pet him. Watch what happens. Uh-oh, I think you're right. I think he's shitless of me. Christiana says, hi, doggy. Phoenix says that dog is his best friend. He saved that dog. Yes, that is accurate. I say, well, look, you might be right. He's a little scared of me. He just keeps running. He's not running away from me. He's trying to find a cat. And he doesn't want me to touch him because he thinks if I touch him, that means I'm making him leave. Hey, come on. Dog is searching for dinner right now. Yes, in some way. There's a cat. And it's right there. I don't even think he actually wants to eat the cat. He just wants to kill it. So there's a difference. But yeah. Hey, come on. If you guys have any tactics for like trying to get the dog to leave, let me know. I'm getting really bored of this shit right now. I'm sick of this shit. God damn it. Come on, sick of your shit. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything I say. He just walks all over me. I'm a simp. I am a simp for my dog. I'll admit it. Better than a woman, though. You got to choose. Name chasing a car? No. My dog's name is Name, by the way. Name is focused on a cat who ran. He was chasing a cat for a quick second, and the cat ran under this car. And the cat's not leaving, and he's never going to get to the cat. He's going to get rained on like a retard. So that's what's happening with that. I'm trying to get him to leave. come on. Oh, I hate this. But hey, cool, Richmond. I'll walk a little bit anyway. Even the top of these buildings are pretty cool. I might have to leash them, although I do have a leash. It's not really a leash, I have a tie. But this is pretty. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave you, dude. Beautiful apartment building. Dog is Ultra Sigma. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Cars is saving the lives of cat. Yeah. You need a squeak toy and a taser. Yeah, I do. Ay, 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 ay. Hey, come on. Oh, this sucks. Where's the dog? He's back here. Can you see him? I don't think you can even see him. I'm trying to get him to leave. Guys, I'm gonna leave him up. Hey, come on. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. Hey, hey. Hey, come on. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Thank you. Ay, ay, ay. And he leaves it alone, finally. And we are off and running. We are free. He's broken free. The cat's fine, obviously. Walk away from the dog. Don't keep looking back and let the dog sit there. Eventually, it will look up and then start running. That's how I get my dog to do it afterwards. Yes, good advice. I think that's right. Luckily, we got it all solved, but not without a fight, man. I don't know why that's so fun for him. If he knows the cat is inaccessible, then what's the point of staring under the stupid car? But such is the life of my dog. Check out this park. Ooh, yellow building, beautiful, right? All of this. Coming up, and you got another park. I think this is different than what we were. That's why I like Richmond. It's pretty hilly. So you get a lot of hills, and then and Richmond has a good skyline too, which also is a thing that the East is better at than the West, of having big skylines. Richmond is only 200,000 people, but the skyline makes it look like it has 400 or 500,000 people. Let's take a look at some of these buildings here. Beautiful. Amen. Remember, you're the only person that feeds him to just leave him. Good point. That's how I trained him initially after I picked him up. Holy crap, what's going on with the paves on the floor? It's starting to look like The Last of Us in that city. I don't know what you're talking about, but maybe you're right. Walk away when you're all for just saying name, and then you just run up to you. Here's a dirty secret. My dog doesn't recognize his own name. Because I'll switch a name for him. So his name is Name, but he doesn't respond to Name, because I never call him Name. I'll have a name that I like for him, and then I'll have a different one in 3 months, and a different one in 3 months. I wanted my dog to be kind of like a Frankenstein, in a way. Experiment. What is it like? What if you possess a dog but don't name the dog? Do you keep some of its freedom if you don't brand the dog with a name? See, he didn't even look. Name. Yeah, nope. So he does not recognize his own name. First dog that does not recognize any name. But if I say something, leak, 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 so I'll call him that. See, now that's his name for a while. So I just like saying random sounds, and that's actually kind of what his name is. We're coming up on a great view. The dog is happy as can be. He's got an orgy of squirrels right here. It's orgy time. I'll take a look at the skyline. We get an even better view of the skyline. He's on the prowl. He's in predator mode. He Mexican. He understands only Spanish. Huh, that's true. It's beef time with the squirrel. See, now the squirrels are taunting him. I know they're taunting you. This is a cool view, eh? Take a look at the skyline back here. This is cool too, though. Beautiful gas lamps. And you can see the skyline of Richmond. And it's interesting to think about like the skyline of Richmond with 200,000 people. And there's some really pretty skyscrapers. And it's just pleasant to look at. You can look at it from atop a hill. And then look at the skyline of like Phoenix, which has 1 million plus. And they're kind of the same skylines. Look at the skyline of El Paso. El Paso, 600,000 people. Yet this kicks El Paso skyline's ass. Look at this. 200,000. Oh, he's off. Oh, chase. This is getting hardcore. Sorry you didn't get that. You came close, though, didn't you? So he does his little victory leap, victory gallop. So, yeah, beautiful. Oh, there's... Stick him in line. I'm trying to get him. Stick him in. No. Right there, stupid. There you go. That's our code for squirrel. Oh, he really wants to kill this one. Really wants to murder this squirrel. Squirrel genocide is on the agenda. Total eradication. Don't spoil the water, or whatever they say. Not with squirrels. Yeah, see, that's like, he's some sort of predatory dog. It's like, look how insane he gets. He's like a crack addict, man. It's weird. He's like the happiest crack addict you'll ever meet. But hey, we can enjoy the skyline. That's another thing about this dog, man. Every single type of animal, he'll take forever. He won't do anything. He won't move. Come on, can we go like do something with our lives? Sorry guys, light a cigarette. But it's a cool view. Hopefully he'll leave soon enough. Maybe not. Usually he'll leave squirrels fairly quickly. Ay. It's just a dog squirrel showdown. These are pretty. Give you a whole scope, whole view. House is pretty here too. And he's still here. I don't know, I might hop off soon, guys, because this, I don't know how long he's going to be obsessed with this shit right here. Here we go. I might be waiting forever. Yeah, guys, honestly, I think this dog's going to chill here for a solid. I think this dog is going to, well, hey, we got some more people watching, so screw it. Before it's 14:16, I was just about to hop off the stream, but if you guys are enjoying just watching my dog salivate over a squirrel, you certainly can watch that. Not much happening. Can we go? Yeah, he'll just be fixated, man. There's no greater joy in my dog's life than staring at a squirrel. that he wants to murder. And all he's wanted to do is commit squirrel genocide. That's it. He'd go to war over it. My dog believes in the ethnic cleansing of squirrels. You know, other than that, he's not racist, but he is against squirrels. We got some family in the background, very cool. Kid bopping around. She's looking for squirrels too, probably. I doubt it. They're just kicking their toy. Good times. Yeah, he'll just stay like this. I might hop off soon, guys. I don't know. I keep making that threat, and then I keep staying on it. But I don't know how interesting this is. If he's just going to do this for 20 more minutes, 30 more minutes. Yeah, all right, guys. Guys, good hanging out. Can we go? This is what sucks about, you know, he just ruins everything. Come on. Come on. Thank you. All right, we're on the move. We're on the move. I will not end the stream. We have more to see. The dog finally got over his squirrel obsession. I don't know if there's like a stages of grief that my dog goes through when he realizes he won't be able to kill the animal he's looking at. You know, is there shock that he didn't get it, that it's there? And then is there finally acceptance? And is it pain? Is there shock, pain, then pain? You're looking at it, you want to get it, you can't ever get it, and then finally acceptance. So he goes through the stages of grief when he can't murder an animal. But yeah, even better view of the view. Oh, I got all these people caught. I didn't even notice. Interesting. The dog is living the free life. Yes, he is. Yeah, he gets to do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, even to my detriment. Because that was boring, just waiting 20 minutes watching him chase a squirrel. So pretty, thank you. Phil Matt Mia says, great dog. He is pretty great. He annoys me sometimes, but he has found yet another squirrel that he wants to chase. So I can encourage him if you want me to. I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you! Mess him up. He's goddamn gonna die. Kill. See, rile him up a little bit. Now he's pretty happy. All right, good boy. That was fun, right? Cool. That's good. I riled him up so much he got tired and now wants to walk more. I'm trying to get back to downtown. That's what the car is. We'll see if we make it or not. All right, dog wants to go down. He is a fan of grass and hills. I like to smoke grass, but he likes to run around it. See, a lot of hidden parks around here. You just kind of walk, you'll find them. Let's try to steady the camera a bit more for you guys. There we go. So yeah, beautiful gas lamps. I love just the little things that you notice that are really pretty. And it's a bummer the sun isn't out, but at least it makes the green a little more lush. You can notice it a little more. So right in Richmond, I would say we're in mid-February. This is probably the very, very, very beginning of spring. So some of this grass is newly green, which is nice to appreciate. Although we'll head down south and we'll see more of the beginning of spring in Charlotte, or more in early bloom. So that's the fun of traveling. You kind of race against the change of the seasons and catch them at different times. And you can drive 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and all of a sudden you're about a week ahead spring-wise. This is a great view. Look at this. Historic mixed with the modern. And dog. He looks at you like you want you to climb that tree. Maybe. Pardon me. I think he knows I can't, but Kamehe Squirrel, says G-Dog. And he has found a bunch of stuff. We might stumble upon some homeless encampments. Who knows? That might be a scene. I know there's like 1 or 2 around here. Not nearly as many as Baltimore or GC or anything like that, but there are a few. So we might see a few of them. Especially because if I follow the dog, he wants to go along the river. And he likes the little nature spots. Dog is also a big nature guy, so we're going to try to get some variety. That's why we're going to go to Lynchburg tomorrow. So we can hike in the mountains. And tell me if you think we should live stream from that or not. That's going to be a lot less fun because you won't see buildings, you won't see different types of places. But if you want to go with hikes if you want to go along hikes with us, let me know. It might be fun. Unfortunately, now we're going the wrong way. I'm not happy about this. I want to go towards downtown. He is going away from downtown. I want to go here, and he is here. God damn it. See if I can get him to turn around or not. No. Nope, we're not going towards downtown. He doesn't want to do it. But there might be another little park up here, possibly. Seeing some rocks. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. A nature hike, that would be pretty cool. Thank you. All right, well, we'll do it. Yeah, live stream. I'll watch. I appreciate that. I dare you to go shop and say, "Oh yes, Daddy." I mean, if you donate me money, maybe I could do that. I can think about it. If you donate money, I can do a lot of things. I do a lot of things to you. You do a lot of things to your grandma. I'll do it all. I'm fun for all ages, if you know what I mean. No park over here. Say Icy Wallow comes fast. Icy Wallow comes fast. Icy Wallow comes fast. Icy Wallow comes fast. I don't know. I tried. A for effort, Pablo. Like your hair. Reminds me of somebody. Oh, why do we walk up this hill? I don't love that breath from walking up this hill. I'm going to see if we can get down this hill. Are we going down the hill? No. So this, if he doesn't want to walk a direction, because you're like, nope, fuck you, I'm not walking this way. I'm just going to stand here. Oh, no, he's actually walking this way. No, he's not. All right, fine. See, sometimes I give in, and I'm like, well, we could walk that way, but I could see he wants to walk this way. So, yeah, no. You get to go where you want. You get to go where you want. He always needs me to pet him. Oh, pet the dog. Oh, yeah. One step ahead of you. See, now he likes to jump on me. Which I let him do. Are we going up or are we going down? Go whatever way you want. I'd prefer to go down if you want to go down. Whatever you want. Right. He doesn't want to go down. Hey, get off the street. Thank you. Name a car for an edit. I don't know what that means. This is a BMW. Is that what you wanted me to do? You kids and your expressions with Riz and name a car and Fortnites and RuneScapes. I can't keep up. And Thug Sits and Thug Life. It's too much. It's too much. $5 super chat and he'll say stuff to random people. That is true. Not for $5, Wesley. I'd say yes. Give me like, I haven't gotten any super chats from anybody yet. In this stream, I have in other videos, but not in any of the live streams. I would say random stuff to people if you give me like, you have to give me $50. Depends how raunchy it is, what the right environment is. But that your dog, says Rosendo Garcia. Yes, he is my dog. Thank you for asking. That's the whole point of the stream. But I guess it's just people always ask like first off, Rosendo, I'm so glad you're watching. I appreciate that. But it makes me think. It's like the title of this live stream is Walking Richmond with My Dog. You're always like, is that your dog? What the fuck does the title say? What do you think? Prince the German says, rough, paw, rough. Thank you. That very eloquent. Very eloquent. Roses are red, my love. Violets are blue. Pablo told me he wants to kiss you. Thank you. I don't like men, Pablo, but if I did, I would. That's very kind. I wish I did. My sex life would be much easier, but I don't like men. Sadly. Sadly. So if you're a girl, I'd consider it. Your name was Pablita. Pabla. How come nobody's ever named their daughter Pabla? There's Pablo. How come there's no Pabla? Think about that. I always wonder I always wonder what they mean with name a car for a edit. I have no idea. I wish I could tell you. Wish Pablo could tell you. You could eat that. That's dog food. That's for you. That's cat food. You could eat it. Go for it. Enjoy it. Their food is your food. You're entitled to anything you want. It's called white privilege, and you have it, dog. He's too fan. Oh no, he's eating the cat food. Dude, are you gonna eat it? Just eat it or not eat it. I'm just saying shit or get off the pot. No, he's eating the cat food. He's like, I'm just hungry enough to eat it. Is it raining? It was raining. Barely. It's drizzling now. It's not raining anymore. But look at his footprints. Look. Oh, yeah. Yes, right. He was walking in the rain. Exactly. And he's going to town. This is supposed to be premium cat food. Yeah, so he's weird. He likes cat food a lot. Cat's going to be mad. You know, it's sad. The only time it was on its last leg, the cat was limping. He killed a cat once. And it's because he was eating, like, the food outside. And the cat just watched him eat his food and couldn't do it anymore. That was really sad. I got very mad at him for that. He's not supposed to kill them. What's the name of the dog? His name is Name. Because he had no name for a year and a half. So just Name. Yeah, he's going to eat the whole damn thing, isn't he? This is why he's fat. Look at all the exercise he gets, guys. We were walking for an hour. You're done? All right. Actually, that's not that bad. You could have more if you want. I don't care. So he always, like, looks at me for a second for permission, being like, oh, can I go back? And I just go, oh, that was a nice little meal. That was a score. See, this is a fun walk in the streets. You got a free cat food meal. Yeah, the cats are going to notice the paw print, I bet. His name is Pablo. Yes. Oh, maybe. We'll see. I'm not convinced by Pablo, but thank you. He is Mexican. He is a Mexican dog. So, Pablo wouldn't be that far off, actually. Look at this little house in the middle. See it? Isn't that a little funny thing? That's a well-built house. Now that would be like a nice weed smoking spot. And this house is that little, look at that little balcony. Do you see it? Just this little house that stands alone. Interesting. I love little oddities, little quirks like this that kind of pop out at you after nothing. Don't dog shame him, haha. No, I don't think he knows. This house is big though. This is kind of a rich person's house. Look at this. It goes all the way back. And they have their whole guest house. But not a bad spot. And this person is ready for Mardi Gras. We might hit a bit of Mardi Gras, guys, if you want, in New Orleans. Can't remember if it's early February or late February. So if you want to check out Bourbon Street with the dog in New Orleans is on the way to where I want to go. So let me know, and we'll live stream Bourbon Street on Mardi Gras. That will be Pandemonium. Talk about Pandemonium. Dog, Bourbon Street, Mardi Gras. Probably a wild time. Pick up the dog. You want to see what happens if I pick up the dog? He's going to get mad. If I can even catch up to him. I'm going to try. He's heavy though. He's not gonna let me. He knows I'm trying because he senses my hands. Hey, I'm gonna pick you up. Pretty houses, by the way. I'm still gonna try to pick up this dog. Don't worry. But really stunning houses. All right, I'm gonna try to pick up this dog. Hey. Actually, he's all right. Okay, I picked up for a second. There it is. If you stream it, they will come. Who knows? I don't know how many people are watching. This is pretty. The dog did not get that mad. I tried to pick him up. He was kind of confused. There you go. I hope they will come. It says I have 30 people watching, but then whenever I click off, it's like it says 1,000 people are watching or 2,000 people are watching. So I don't know how that works. If that's because I'm doing something right, or they just scroll past it and that counts as a view. I don't know if any of you guys know how that works, how views work with a live stream, because I have no idea if I'm talking to 3,000 people or if I'm talking out of my ass to myself. So who knows? I mean, I'm psychotic, so I'll talk to myself as much as I possibly can, but it'd be good to be talking to actual people. 35 at least, it says right now. Somebody sends me a heart. Thank you. I heart you for sending a heart. How about that? Have a heartific day. So I'll take a look at some of these. See, these willow trees in the spring, they'll all bloom. They're beautiful, and you can see it. And we're gonna later on in a couple days, we'll head to South Carolina, and we'll probably see these trees in full bloom. But pretty houses, and we'll walk and take a look at this church up ahead too. Pretty, right? It says 35 views here. Yeah, I figured, but then it's a lot more once I exit out. So I don't know if people think the stream is so bad they just exit off, or how that works. But then if you click off the live, it'll say like 3,000. Not even at 35 is that terrible. I got a little cadre, but it always says it's like 3,000 people are actually watching. So beautiful houses again. Linda Smith, heart. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. Linda Lou. Well, I call my baby name, but her real name is Linda Lou. Or there's another song, Linda, I forget, by Buddy Clark. I wish I remember. I can't remember it. I wish I could sing Linda to you, Linda, but I forgot the song Linda. But if you want to Google 1940 song Linda, you'll find it. Cool old church Orthodox. Egg the house. I don't have any eggs. Can't produce them. Wish I could. So here we're on the sort of the outskirts of downtown if you loop around. And not that anything is that dicey here. This area is a little less well off than the rest of Richmond might be. And we're heading back towards downtown. This is good news. This is where we want to head towards. So I don't know how much time or how much daylight we'll have today, guys, but eventually we'll get to the car. Or drive to Lynchburg. Let me know if you want me to check out the historical park of Appomattox, where a lot of Civil War stuff went down. That's on the way. We might stop. We might stop there. It's only 2 hours, although if it's already 3:30. So beautiful though, right? Hello, America. America says hello back. Where are you walking to, V? Shame, man. Yeah, we're walking to my car, which is parked downtown. So we're taking a look at Richmond, Virginia with this dog. Hello, USA. I'm smoking a Zoot. Cool. Watching from the UK. Don't know what Zoot is. I know Zoot, riots. I know Brits, they say smoking a fag, smoking a cigarette, smoking a Zoot. Well, hey, I like smoke cannabis, so if a Zoot is cannabis, great minds think alike on that. We are allied in usage of drugs. I'm pro-drugs. I think we should not only try them, we should be forced to do them. Shut up a lot of people. A lot of Karens can use some heroin, I'm just saying. Heroin for Karen. Karen heroin. I like that. I'm going to start that movement. That van says free candy. Which one? Really? I don't know what you're talking about. That's hilarious. Are you just passing through VA or you came for a reason? No, Anna. Hey, Anna. Thanks again for saying hello. I remember you from yesterday. No, just passing through. Today I'm leaving. I'm covering the primary in South Carolina. The white one. I don't see any white van. I'm covering the primary in South Carolina. So I'm gonna take like a week and a half to actually get down there. So I'll spend about 3 nights in a different city and hang out and just kind of walk around. So this stream is kind of like a day in the life, and people seem to be enjoying it. We have a nice amount of views, although we've discussed about how many views I actually have. But people seem to like the stream. So we're just walking around Richmond, and no reason. My mom told me if someone offers you drugs, you take them because they're expensive. Exactly. Free drugs should always be taken advantage of. If it's free, then you should take it and do it and ingest it. Dog's looking to go pee. Mom sounds like my first baby mama. Oh, snap. Nice. Wesley Scott choked, just like Wesley Snipes. What if that's Wesley Snipes commenting? Oh, they think he died, right? Got a loud truck. This is pretty. Sorry, guys. There we go. This is cool. Can you see the old remnants of a classic mural sign? Bonola Cigar. This must have been 1930s, 1920s when they used to paint signs on the side of a building like this. But yeah, some pretty historical little nuggets if you kind of squint your eyes to take a look. And we'll take a look at that building too, because it's pretty cool. Dog's waiting. But there's still a little bit of blight, as you can see in Richmond. Not that much, but a little bit. This is a little blighty. Urban blight, urban decay. You got a slice of that. We're going to see a lot more, though. We'll see some abandoned places. I think they're going to Carroll, Illinois. This building is abandoned and very pretty. Hopefully they do something with that. So you can see all these cities have the same problems of abandonment, of neighborhood blight, of boarded up buildings, of beautiful historical buildings no longer in use. The only difference is, what is the percentage? Obviously, Richmond is going to have a much smaller percentage of those type of places than Baltimore would have, or even than DC, or Philadelphia, or Detroit. You know, I mean, all those places aren't necessarily abandoned. Well, we are going to go by a housing complex right now, so we'll take a look at the blighted section of the neighborhood. Griffin, not Riffin. You sound like Peter Griffin. Sound like Peter Griffin. Even more. Yeah, I've never gotten that. Peter Griffin, that's interesting. I'm not from Rhode Island. I'm from New York. New York City. Born and raised in Manhattan. In the middle of it all. I think if you're born in Manhattan, you always have fascination in everything else, because everything else seems so closer to nature and easier to maneuver and quirky. And so I've always been a big traveler. So now we're at a public housing complex. Nobody's out, so not really that. But even the public housing is kind of stunning, isn't it? That bus said free candy. Still talking about that free candy. I'm sorry. If I were to stumble across free candy, I would get in that van for you. I'd get assaulted for you for that free candy. But I don't think. I haven't seen it so far. So, but if anybody wants to put anything with their finger and something else in mine, I'll look for that van. Van with the plan. I got a plan with that van. So you see the dog loves this hill. The dog is much happier walking if there's a downward slope. So Richmond is on a hill. It's cool stream. Love sight, seeing and watching your dog name his shenanigans. Oh, thank you. And you got a good vibe, and I learned a thing or two about it. So good. I'm glad you can find this somewhat educational about how cities work. We found another squirrel. About how cities work and how they evolve and change, what the economies are like, and how you judge them, and what the people are like. And yeah, you know, I mean, sometimes it's just us talking, but you do get an interesting visual scope. Speaking of which, this is all the medical center. This is the VCU medical area, which is kind of a skyline unto itself. Look to your right. You're hilarious. Well, I didn't see nothing. Hey, don't. Yeah, you can't do that with the car. That's not cool. Luckily, these are called behind it. See the squirrel going along the pole? That's some squirrel gymnastics. Squirrel is now, if you can see it, I can't even see it. Oh, there it is. I don't even know where it went. Oh, there, it's on the side. You can see it a little bit, but not really. We'll go closer. So very pretty. Here's a housing complex. Here's a dog, yet another squirrel. This I like less because he's so close to the street, but he won't actually go on the street. Huh. That black car is free candy. Probably does. Oh, it's right up here. Can you see it? Probably not. So my dog is chasing the squirrel right now. Let's see. Dude, you're not gonna come close to getting that squirrel. What do you think? What do you think you could do? Huh? What do you think you could possibly do? Do you know that you're stupid? You're dumb. He doesn't give a shit. Oh yeah, squirrel's up here. See that little thing in between the two things? Come on. Oh, yeesh. Guys, I'm gonna sign off. So I'm at 16%. Very bad. Very, very bad. I'm at 16%. So guys, this is gonna die soon. Because we're walking for an hour and a half at this point. But maybe not. We still got 16%. We're going to try to find our way back downtown if we can. At least we're going in the right direction. But about 10% or something. And then I'm going to have to sign off. Although it's easy to get back because I just have to look at the building. So that's not terribly hard to figure out how to get back. What's up? How are you? Yeah, if you guys want to send me a super sticker for a portable charger, please do. What's up, dog? He wants to play it. What's that? What's going on? I wish my dog liked other dogs more. See, he just doesn't care. This dog wants to play. I know, you're very cool. I wish he could play with you next time. Phone charger bank, bro. I got you one. Thank you. Well, if I go to Michigan, I'll get that charger from you, I guess. Until then, tough to afford, but I'll get it. I promise. I will get it. Here's the industrial neck of the woods. So this is the structure of a lot of smaller 200,000 people cities. You have the big buildings right here, but then right here is all sparse and industrial. So the prettiness ends fairly quickly. Not that anything's dangerous or anything, but just less pretty. We'll try to figure out if there's a way to cross. I gotta check my percentage, 12%. That's pretty bad. Look, you did it again. Would you commit a crime for $5? No. You'd have to pay me like $50. This is a boarded up house for sale. So you got some of the urban decay scenes. He wants to cross. I guess we shall. But we gotta wait for the cars to go by. Okay. Oh, he wants to chase my soda. This is another thing he really likes to do. Funky Grooves, $40. Yeah. This is another thing he likes to do for some reason. He likes to like play soccer. Now he wants me to chase him. He thinks I value this cup for some reason. Yeah, water bottles. This is a 7-Eleven cup, but something similar. And he's done. And he's calmed down. Oh, I'm out of breath. So yeah, he was chasing 7-Eleven. I was nursing the 7-Eleven cup. I had a Diet Coke. I have a Diet Coke addiction. I drink too many Diet Cokes a day. You gotta have to go back and pick up the lid and straw. Whoops. I was just actually gonna let her not get it. Well, I'm gonna throw this out. But there's already trash there, so that's I contribute to the environment. They say that's like a sociological thing. It's like if somebody sees a piece of trash, then they're gonna feel permission to put the trash next to the originally seen piece of trash, and then it all adds up. So whose fault is that? Not mine. I'm just keeping the environment the way it is. So, friend uses a cup to rinse off in the shower. She's Cuban. My dog always steals her cup and plays like this. Ha, that's funny. At least I don't need it for anything. So yeah, now we're going up on the meadow. Oh, guys, I got 5% left. I'm about to die. All right, guys, I'm gonna sign off. 5%. I got to get my way back. Don't worry, film crew will get it. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for the stream. Take care. Phone's about to die. Bye-bye.